I've been
Uh,
to Goa. I've
oh,
traveled to India.
my friends always makes plan to visit Goa, but till now we haven't gone Goa. So I want to know that how can a beginner improve their English speaking skills? And the second thing is practicing. Practicing every day is
Oh,
very important to speak fluent
mhm.
English. But I want to know from you that what are some easy ways to practice English every day? Watching movies in English, listening,
With
listening,
English.
listening,
Uh-huh.
uh, listening and understanding the English songs, lyrics of the songs.
Oh yeah.
Uh,
What's your
so
favorite English song?
let me love you and baby, baby, Justin Bieber.
Oh, okay.
Initially, I was not that much focusing on grammar. That's why I think that my friends were too focusing on grammar, and till now they are not able to speak English.
Yeah.
Thank God I was
Because
not this
yeah,
much.
yeah.
The main thing is that you have to indulge in yourself in speaking. Don't just stuck in reading, reading, and writing and grammatical portion. You have to
Uh-huh.
speak, no? Definitely,
Uh-huh.
definitely. It
I
is a
I
must. Hmm,
I had
hmm.
this one person said to me once, if you hear someone speaking in a different accent, that's bravery.
Hmm.
Yeah, I like that. I
So
thought it was sweet.
you are on Cambly, na? It is a big thing, na? Most people can't do that. Talking to strangers,
Yeah,
it's a big thing.
yeah. I
Every day you are breaking your fear. You are
yeah,
fighting with your fear.
yeah.
Anything you want to share for the beginners? Matlab, any books, any material, any resources they should use in the journey of
Um,
learning English?
for books, I guess it depends on what you're interested in.
And also depends on the
But
people to people. Na? Not everyone enjoys reading book. Some
reading,
people
yeah.
enjoy listening. Some people enjoy reading. And some
Uh-huh.
people only enjoy watching movies. है ना?
And you know what, Anoop? There's different ways of learning,
Practice.
practicing. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
practice makes perfect.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't use it, you lose it.
Okay.
How did you learn English? Tell me your story. Do you have advice
Okay.
for people? Because your English is good.
When I was in class 10th, my home's financial condition was not good. So I have to move from English medium to Hindi medium.
Okay.
Huh. See, light has gone.
I don't like when I
So,
That's a beautiful
mm,
country.
like you,
Oh,
beautiful
thanks.
like you. What you see in a man that you decided that yeah, I'm going to marry that person. Hello guys,
Hi, how are
how
you?
are you?
Good, thanks.
I'm good. I'm good.
Where you your name is Anoop?
Yes, ma'am. My name is Anoop.
Oh,
And what
nice.
about you?
My name's Bec. I'm from Australia, but I live in Costa Rica.
Okay. Ma'am, if you don't mind, can I post this video on YouTube on my channel? If you don't mind,
Uh, what's
I'm
your
taking
channel?
permission. It's about self improvement. I want to make a video on how to improve English. May I?
Let's see at the end of the video. I'm very camera shy.
Okay. Uh, any experience from India?
No, actually, I've only spoken to a handful of people from India, but
It's the first time you're talking to an Indian person.
I've spoken to a few people, but it's not that often that I speak to someone from India. This
You
morning I
rarely.
spoke to someone from New Delhi.
Okay.
Hmm.
It's a tier one city, na? That's why people are more using these apps on tier one cities. I am from
Uh,
tier three cities.
oh, okay. I've been
Uh,
to Goa. I've
oh,
traveled to India. I went to Goa in 2018.
okay. So, how
Yeah.
was your experience?
It was nice. So we got there at the end of the high season. So it was coming into hurricane season. So it wasn't so busy with people, which I thought was really nice.
My
And
friends always make my friends always makes plan to visit Goa, but till now we haven't gone Goa.
oh no, it's nice. The food was amazing. I love Indian food.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Um,
can I start with my questions?
yes, go ahead.
So this video is basically for beginners. So I want to know that how can a beginner improve their English speaking skills? Any tips from you?
So, beginner, so if you know basic English, try like a children's book
Okay.
because so I recommend reading but out loud. So if you read a book, for example, when I read a book in my head, I can read perfectly, but when I try and read it out loud, it's completely different. So I'm doing it with Spanish actually because I live in Costa Rica, so I'm learning Spanish. So I have a book with 101 stories in it, but each
Hmm.
story is just one page.
I
So I
totally
read,
agree.
uh-huh.
I
So
totally
I
agree.
first I read the story, so it doesn't matter if I don't understand. I
Hmm.
just read it, and then I go through and the words I'm not sure of, or I don't know the meaning, I research it, and then I read it again, so it starts to make sense. And then the third time I read it again, and already it starts to come out more natural.
Definitely. When I
Uh-huh.
was learning and improving my English, so I also used to read so many books, story books, because
Uh-huh.
it helped me to improve my pronunciation. Because some words are very different in my head, and when I speak, it is totally different. So definitely,
Exactly.
reading
Yeah.
is a must thing. So,
Uh-huh.
ma'am,
And I think it's like a brain is a connection with your brain and your mouth
hmm,
as
hmm,
well.
hmm,
So the more you say it, I think
hmm.
the more you'll remember it as well.
Mhm. And the second thing is practicing. Practicing every day is
Oh,
very important to speak a fluent
mhm.
English. But I want to know from you that what are some easy ways to practice English every day? How can
Cambly.
we Cambly?
Cambly.
Okay. So
But for
any
sure it's a lot easier if you live in the country and you can
hmm.
completely immerse yourself in the culture. Hmm.
But in India, I want to share something that in India, people do not have that much money to spend this much on an app. If
Uh-huh.
you visited here, you know that how is the condition of big chunk of Indians. Not
Uh-huh.
everyone is that much of rich that they can buy this है ना, premium subscription
That's
of
true.
Cambly.
That's true. Uh-huh.
Any other things that they can you use to practice their English.
Um, I'm not sure. I guess there's other platforms as well. I'm not sure the cost of them, but I
Cambly is
guess
the number one thing. If we can find someone who is better than us in English, then है
uh-huh.
ना, it
So
will.
maybe Facebook as well. I know Facebook
Hmm.
has whatever group you want, you can look on Facebook and
Hmm.
um for
In
example, like
Facebook, people are not that serious, na. We don't get
they're not.
serious people on Facebook. On social media, we
Mm-hmm.
don't get serious people. If
Oh,
we really
okay.
want to
I
improve our skills as a English, then we don't
mm-hmm.
get serious people on Facebook or Instagram.
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh.
Definitely.
So I recently watched a YouTube video and he said to talk to yourself. So
Hmm.
start off with the
Hmm.
simple
Hmm.
sentence
Hmm.
like today I woke up at 5 a.m. and
Hmm.
then say it to yourself and then add on to it like why did you wake up at 5 a.m. I
Hmm.
woke up at 5 a.m. To go for a run into town. So
Every
keep
time we keep thinking in our head. We just have to
Making it
change the
hard, more
language.
difficult.
We have to change the language.
Uh-huh.
If we are thinking in native language, then we have to change in and start thinking in English language.
Translating, yeah.
Thinking,
So yeah,
thinking
start
and
try. Uh-huh. Yeah.
forcefully in the beginning days we have to forcefully speak in English language. It will definitely help.
Yeah. I know it always
Mm,
sounds impossible at first. Like when I was first learning
mm,
Spanish, I thought
mm,
there's no way I'm gonna understand this, but now I don't know, it just clicks one day.
mm. Ma'am, initially, मतलब I told many friends that initially, definitely initially, don't focus on grammar too much because it
Uh-huh.
will stuck you, है ना? It will stop
Mm-hmm.
you in the journey of speaking English. Are you agree with this now or not? Initially,
Sorry?
grammar is not that important.
Yeah. So yeah, I agree to a certain extent. Like I was always I studied a lot, but then when I went to speak, it's like everything disappeared, and I was too
Hmm.
hung up on the grammar and saying
Hmm.
it correctly. Um, so you need to
It
learn
slow down the
grammar, but
process.
don't get too hung up on it.
Hmm.
So my husband, he's Costa Rican. He
Hmm.
learned English just from the street, just from talking to people. Like he
Hmm.
doesn't know the alphabet, but like we speak in English.
Ma'am,
So
initially, I was just talking to myself and I was forcing myself to think in English. Initially, I
uh-huh.
just this thing, and
Uh-huh.
I added some things like reading and watching movies in English, listening,
With
listening,
English,
listening,
uh-huh.
uh, listening and understanding the English songs, lyrics of the songs.
Oh yeah.
Uh,
What's your
so
favorite English song?
let me love you and baby baby Justin Bieber.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
So initially, I was making my journey of learning English very enjoyable. And
Uh-huh.
initially, I was not that much focusing on grammar. That's why I think that my friends were too focusing on grammar, and till now they are not able to speak English.
Yeah.
Thank God I was
Because
not this
yeah,
much.
yeah.
The main thing is that you have to indulge in yourself in speaking. Don't just stuck in reading and writing and grammatical portion. You have to
Uh-huh.
speak, na. So ultimately, we have to focus on
Yeah.
speaking.
Speaking is the most important because if you speak
Hmm.
and make mistakes,
Hmm.
someone can correct you, but and then you'll remember.
Hmm. I think
Mhm.
it is a one mistake that people make initially. That's why they slow the process of speaking English. They make the
Uh-huh.
process slow. So
And try
any
and like relax and speak slowly. Don't try and speak so fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, any other mistakes you want to share that people make as a beginner when they speak English? Any other mistakes they make?
Um. So I just want to ask, when you were learning English and practicing speaking, did you ever have a problem like were you shy or you didn't care if you made mistakes?
Initially, I was very shy.
Oh, okay. Me with
मतलब,
I think
हाँ,
that's a problem people have.
people
It's
fear
the
what they are
confidence.
gonna think about me.
Hmm. Yeah.
What?
I For me as well with Spanish,
Mm,
I think I was too scared. I don't know. There's just this natural block some
mm.
people have, which
We
I
are
think
humans.
it's all in
We
the
are we
head.
are
But
humans, na. Ultimately, so we are
yeah,
humans. We have
but
lots of fear inside
I
us.
think that's the number one challenge with learning a language is
Yeah.
just being brave enough to
Mm-hmm.
speak.
Definitely,
Uh-huh.
definitely. It
I
is
I
honestly. Mm,
I had
mm,
this one person said to me once, if you hear someone speaking in a different accent, that's bravery.
Hmm.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I
So
thought it was cool.
you are on Cambly, na? It is a big thing, na? Most people can't do that. Talking to strangers,
Yeah,
it's a big thing.
yeah.
And
That's why I like Cambly as well, because
mm,
people feel comfortable.
yeah,
They get I
every day you are breaking your fear. You are
yeah,
fighting with your fear.
yeah, yeah. I've been speaking to this one lady from Turkey for the past year, and we speak 2 times a week. And it's just
Mm,
nice to see the progress, like her
mm,
confidence build, and now we have like really nice conversations, and it's really rewarding.
mm.
Yeah, so
So
it's
anything
nice.
you want to share for the beginners? Matlab, any books, any material, any resources they should use in the journey of
Um,
learning English?
so I always recommend there's a YouTube channel, although I'm not sure not everyone has access to YouTube, but it's English with Lucy.
Okay.
Have you heard of her? She
No.
has a YouTube channel, and she's from England, and she has a really nice. She's got a really lovely accent too, and she's very clear and very easy to understand, and she explains a lot of things really clearly. So
Hmm.
I always recommend her channel. And for books, I guess it depends on what you're interested in.
And also depends on the
But
people to people. Na? Not everyone enjoys reading book. Some
reading,
people enjoy
yeah.
listening. Some people enjoy reading, and some
Uh-huh.
people only enjoy watching movies. है ना?
And you know what, Anoop? There's different ways of learning. For example,
Yeah.
some people learn better
Mm.
with
Mm.
listening.
Yeah.
Some
Yeah.
people learn better by
Mm. Mm.
writing everything down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I
Yeah,
think it
this
depends
is the
on
great thing. This is the great
yeah.
thing. What you मतलब writing your ideas every day, है ना?
Uh-huh.
It's the best thing to improve your English.
Yeah.
Whatever going in your head, you should
Mhm.
start writing. It will definitely
Oh
gonna
yeah.
help you.
Like a diary. Yeah,
Mm,
yeah. Actually, that's a good point. Maybe start writing a diary, but in
mm,
English. Yeah,
yeah.
what you did in the day.
Mm,
Yeah, that's
right.
nice. Mhm. So, what was your YouTube channel called again? I'll check it out.
Anoop Kumar.
Oh, okay, your name. Okay, easy. And how long
So
have you been making YouTube videos?
I was making short form content, but I recently started a podcasting channel. This is the setup is behind me. I invite famous people like lawyers, doctors, IS officers, bureaucrats, politicians of my city. I
Uh-huh.
invite them in my podcast and record their conversation and upload on my YouTube channel.
Oh,
That's why
nice.
so short form is great for views, but for making a credibility, we should make longer videos.
Okay.
Any advice you want to give for gaining confidence in English?
I think that's more um
Mm.
a personal issue, but I think
Mm.
start start off
Practicing,
slow,
practice.
practicing. I mean,
Mm.
practice makes perfect,
Mm.
and if you don't use it, you lose it. So I
Yeah.
think
Mm.
you have to
It
really
happens.
commit.
It happens with me a lot. If I stop practicing for 1 month, I just completely like
If
like right
yeah,
now I'm unable to speak so good. But one month earlier, I was too fluent in English.
uh-huh.
But in 1 month, I was only consuming Hindi content. I was communicating with my friends in Hindi. That's why right now there is no practice from 1 month. That's why right now you can see
Yeah,
I'm stucking.
yeah. It's
But
crazy how quick it changes, but I'm
Uh,
sure in a week, in a couple of days, you'll be back confident
hmm,
speaking.
hmm.
Yeah. So
Okay,
how did you learn English? Tell me your story. Do you have advice
okay.
for people? Because your English is good.
Whatever you are listening right now, uh, I did totally from myself. I do
Mhm.
not have any friend who is that much of good in English. Uh, Actually, I was consuming so much content on YouTube, self
Uh-huh.
improvement content outside from India, like
Mhm.
how to have a good personality, how to have a good body.
Oh,
Right?
really? Uh-huh.
So I was consuming self improvement content. I was matlab,
Uh-huh.
totally indulged in this that and the content is was in English and in India. When I was in class 10th, my home's financial condition was not good, so I have to move from English medium to Hindi medium.
Okay.
uh, See, light has gone.
Oh, the light went out.
so
That's right.
uh, so I have to move from English medium to Hindi medium. So I promised
Mhm.
myself that I am going from English medium to Hindi medium, but I promised myself that I will I will work so hard. I will work so hard that my English will here. I will
Uh-huh.
make my English here
Yeah.
top. मेरी इंग्लिश कभी खराब नहीं होगी. I will totally work hard for it.
Oh, good. Yeah. It paid off.
Hmm. So so I start consuming content on YouTube. I was watching movies. I was listening
Mhm.
songs. Okay, and matlab, I wanted to communicate with Cambly, but definitely it is a premium subscription that I was not. I can't afford that. So
Mhm.
that's why I started talking to myself. I was forcing myself to think in English. Think in English,
Uh-huh.
think in English, think in English. मतलब in Hindi we say पेड़, not tree. So I would say that I'm not going to say tree. I'm not going to say पेड़. I'm going to say tree. And
Oh,
in
okay.
one in YouTube video, they say that don't focus on one word. Focus on sentence construction. Focus on
Mhm.
sentences. If you are
Yeah.
learning something, then learn how to construct a word or sentence, not a word. So
Okay.
with consuming lots of content in YouTube, I educated myself, and with self practicing, I am here
Uh-huh.
today.
I heard something as well, like don't focus on a word, but focus on
Hmm.
phrases.
Hmm.
Yeah, or the sentence like I
Hmm.
like to, and then you can just add something. I like to
Hmm.
do this.
So what about you?
Yeah.
Are you a native English speaker?
Yes, so I'm from Australia, but I live in Costa Rica.
Where it is?
Costa Rica, it's in Central America.
Hmm.
I can show you on the screen 1 second. So, have you traveled outside of India?
I have a passport, but I do not have any visa on it.
Not yet.
Not yet. I am planning.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where would you like to travel to?
Everywhere. America,
Everywhere, yeah.
UK, America, UK, all the famous
Hmm.
places. I really wanna
Yeah.
visit there.
So, so here's the United States,
Mm.
Mexico, and Costa Rica is here. So this is where I live now.
Mm.
Beautiful
Mm.
country.
Like you,
Oh,
beautiful
thanks.
like you.
So I moved here. I arrived in Costa Rica the 18th of March, the day they closed the border. So
Mm.
I moved here by accident, but on purpose.
Mm.
So it was a
Share your
good
experience. Huh? Share your experience when you are in India. 2018. Na?
2018. So what happened? My partner and I, we were in Bali
Okay.
in 2017,
Mm-hmm.
and basically I won a holiday through
Mm-hmm.
timeshare. Are you familiar with timeshare? So
Mm-hmm.
basically to win this holiday we had to go and sit through a timeshare for a few hours.
Okay.
And timeshare is where you have holiday destinations like apartments, and you pay so much money and you can stay in this accommodation for a few weeks of the year, basically. So we went to the meeting, and then I had the choice of 1 week in Bali, 1 week in Thailand, Germany, um, Vietnam, or 2 weeks
Mm-hmm.
in India. So
Mm.
I chose India because I've never been to India, so
Okay.
it was
Okay.
nice. Yeah,
It was
yeah.
unintentional.
Unintentional, but it was yeah, fun.
So
But yeah, I can't get over the food there. It's
definitely.
amazing. Yeah,
Definitely.
yeah,
Tell me
yeah.
about you. Are you married?
Yeah. So I'm married and I have an 8-month-old baby.
Okay.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah. So I we went to Australia to visit my family
Mm.
last year, and
Mm.
my baby was born there, and then we
Mm.
came back to Costa Rica in
Mm.
October. So
Mm.
my parents and my auntie, they traveled back to Costa Rica with us, and
Mm.
they stayed for 2.5 months.
Mm.
So yeah,
So,
it was
so
really nice.
recently get married, or you
Sorry.
was married earlier? You recently get married
We got married in Australia, yeah, but my husband's Costa Rican.
recently, or you married earlier?
Last year when we were visiting. So we got
Mm.
married, we had a baby, and then we came back.
So share something. मतलब what should we see something on a partner before it is a big decision, na?
It's a big,
Ma-
big decision and big
Marrying someone
commitment,
is a
but
very big decision.
yeah.
So as a girl, what you see in a man that you decided that, yeah, I'm going to marry that person.
Well, I've had so this man that I marry, he's amazing, and he's completely different to the other partners I've had. Like he treats me like a woman, and he makes me feel special, and I
Mm,
know
mm,
we can
mm,
depend on each other,
mm.
and getting married is forever. So it's not always going to be perfect. You're not always
Yeah,
going to be in love. So you need that best friend and life partner, and someone you can depend on no matter
definitely,
what.
definitely.
And you need to you've got to have fights, and I think that's really healthy. And
Mm.
then you move on. So it's
Friendship
good.
is very important, है ना? Friendship is very
Yes.
important.
Uh-huh.
In a partner, friendship is very important because sometimes only a friend can understand us without saying any word.
Uh-huh.
Huh?
Exactly.
मतलब it's a big thing, na? Without any
Uh-huh.
saying a single word, my partner is able to understand
You just a
what I'm
look.
feeling.
Okay.
हाँ. Just looking at you, na?
Yeah. Yeah.
Say मतलब
Yeah. That's
they
important. Yeah. And I
hmm.
think a lot of people um they go by uh what it is on paper, like
Hmm.
must have a good job, must be
Hmm.
tall, dark, and handsome, must be this, and this. But in the end, that stuff doesn't even matter. It's that
Definitely.
person and how they make
It's a
you
part of
feel,
life.
and
It's a part
they
of
make
life.
you
Money
feel
is a part of
safe.
life, not everything.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Money is a part of life. But some men and women make money everything, and they
But
face
I
chaos
don't
also,
think
na?
that makes you happy. I think the more money you have, the more things you got to buy, the more things you have,
Hmm.
more stress and responsibilities. It's keep
Hmm.
life simple, I think.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
But you are only doing Cambly, or you do something else also?
So I'm also a receptionist she's a doctor in traditional Chinese medicine. So
Okay.
I basically work from my phone, and I contact the clients and confirm appointments, and I also clean the clinic twice a week. So
Hmm.
um I think with both of these schedules it's perfect because I still have a 8-month-old baby as well.
Hmm.
Yeah.
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 It was definitely nice talking to you.
You too, Anoop. I'll check out your channel.
Definitely.
I hope we can talk again.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, have a wonderful night, Anoop.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Bye.